Here are the best fullbacks of 2026. Who is your favorite fullback? Be sure to stay tuned till the end to find out who the best fullback is in 2026.
A midfielder during his time in Manchester City's academy, O'Reilly was given only one training session at left back before former City manager Pep Guardiola threw him into his new position in an FA Cup tie against Salford City in January 2025. Less than 18 months later, he was England's starting left back in their World Cup opener against Croatia. Physical and energetic, he's the perfect player for the Premier League. He's also good in the air and has an eye for goal. He scored 9 for City in all competitions last season, including both goals in the Carabao Cup final as Arsenal were beaten 2-0 at Wembley.
A good fullback is a stat collector, and few amass stats like Grimaldo, a fullback who has scored 30 goals with 41 assists in all competitions, 14 and 10 respectively from set pieces over 3 seasons with Bayer Leverkusen. Last season, as his team rebuilt with new managers and without many of its former stars, Grimaldo did almost literally everything for a team that still reached the Champions League round of 16, made the DFB Pokal semi-finals, and came within 3 points of another Champions League bid. In league play, Grimaldo was first on the team in assists, 8, and chances created, 7. Second in goals, 8, shots on goal, 21, and fouls won in the attacking third, 11, and third in progressive carries, 235, and progressive passes, 175. He was also first in tackles, 49, and third in ball recoveries, 127. He got to add world champion to his resume this summer. He was a bench option for Spain at the World Cup, and now he is moving back to Spain too, having sealed a transfer to Atletico Madrid. After spending the past few years impressing for Bayer Leverkusen and Ecuador's national team, Hincapié got loaned to Arsenal last season and didn't miss a beat. Overall, he appeared in 51 matches for club and country, tallying more than 3,700 minutes. Sometimes that meant being a left-sided center back. Other times that meant getting up and down as a left back while maintaining his defensive responsibilities. He put in a shift either way, providing defensive solidity and tidy passing. Like Ecuador's as a team, his World Cup campaign could have gone better. It ended with a red card in the waning moments of Ecuador's round of 32 loss to Mexico. But taken as a chapter in the story of his year, that was more of a bad epilogue than a ruinous final chapter. He lifted the Premier League trophy, played 120 minutes in the Champions League final, and will be a key figure in North London this season.
Koundé remains one of Barcelona's most reliable players. He was the team's 5th most used player last season, 3,530 minutes across all competitions, and helped the Spanish champions in defense and attack. Signed as a center back in 2022, he is now very much considered a right back, which has allowed him to push forward more. He has a good relationship with Lamine Yamal on the right wing, and even delivered a match-winning display in December's Champions League victory over Frankfurt, scoring twice in a 2-1 comeback win. Former France coach Didier Deschamps rates him just as highly as Barca boss Hansi Flick. Deschamps used him in all 8 of France's games at the World Cup, as Les Bleus came up short in the semi-final against Spain.
Dumfries has been a top-level wingback for years now, an important part of the Inter teams that won Serie A in 2024 and 2026, while also reaching 2 Champions League finals. But even so, he might have been just a little bit surprised by his high-profile move to Real Madrid this summer, first trailed as a promise by President Florentino Perez during his re-election campaign. If the move works out, it's an opportunity for the Netherlands international to make his case for being one of the best wingbacks of his generation. Dumfries is coming off the back of another title-winning season in Italy with Inter, although a bad ankle injury kept him out of action for 3 months between November and February. He returned to play his part in the title run-in, which included 2 goals in a crucial 4-3 win at Como in April. At the World Cup, he started all 4 games for the Netherlands, providing 2 assists in an eye-catching 5-1 win over Sweden in the group stage.
Cucurella cemented his status as the world's most dependable, well-rounded left back with his World Cup performances for Spain, and his inclusion in the tournament's best 11 was entirely uncontroversial. In the group stage, as Spain took their time to get going, he was arguably their most dangerous attacking outlet, offering width, penetration, and consistent end product on the left. He was decisive at both ends of the pitch, ending the tournament with 2 assists and 5 chances created in attack and 25 ball recoveries in defense. Even before all of that, Cucurella's Premier League form with Chelsea had convinced Madrid to make him their first signing of the summer.
Only one defender, fellow Spain international Pedro Porro, created more chances in the Premier League last season. Teammates and coaches love him. Opponents hate playing against him.
DeMarco was already good enough to make this list in each of the past 2 seasons before he found the perfect manager to unlock his talents in 2025-2026. Under Christian Kivu at Inter, he carved out a brilliant niche as a left midfielder in a 3-5-2 formation and produced career highs with 7 league goals and a team-leading 18 assists and 96 chances created. He is one of the world's best crossers, but he still tracks back to play an important defensive role. Even from a more advanced position, DeMarco still finished second on the team in interceptions and third in ball recoveries and successful tackles. Only, that doesn't tell the whole story. Those 96 chances created were 25 more than any teammate on an Inter team that cruised to the Serie A crown, and those 18 assists were a Serie A record. He obviously didn't get a chance to add further achievements to his resume this summer because Italy failed to qualify for a 3rd straight World Cup, but that really wasn't his fault either. He was 5th on the team in minutes in World Cup qualification, but he was 1st in assists 4, 2nd in chances created 20, and of course, 1st in crosses completed 26.
Timber's Arsenal career got off to a nightmarish start in 2023. He made just 2 appearances in the Premier League that season, 50 minutes in Arsenal's opener, during which he suffered a cruciate ligament tear, and 21 minutes in their final game upon his return. Since then, however, he has become one of Mikel Arteta's most dependable performers, appearing across the defensive line and filling in superbly wherever Arsenal have needed him. It is as their starting right back, though, where he has shown most. Timber registered the most combined goals and assists, 8, of any defender in the Premier League last season. Teams do not have to worry about just Bukayo Saka on Arsenal's right-hand side, but Timber too. The Dutch defender's impact was perhaps clearest when he didn't play. He missed the end of Arsenal's season with an ankle injury, meaning Ben White and then Christian Mosquera had to fill in. Timber returned for a 54-minute substitute appearance in the Champions League final versus PSG, including extra time. That appearance might have exacerbated a pre-existing groin injury that later forced him to miss the 2026 World Cup.
If Elise gave him a tough game in the Champions League semi-final first leg in Paris, PSG lost 5-4, Mendes responded by pocketing the Bayern Munich winger in the second leg, like he did Yamal, Mohamed Salah, Saka, and Cole Palmer in other matches throughout the season. The Portuguese international was dominant again last season, excelling defensively while being a threat going forward, scoring 6 goals and providing 7 assists in 48 games, all competitions. His progress over the past couple of years, both technically and physically, has taken him into a new dimension and has helped him avoid regular injuries. Indeed, in the past 2 years, PSG manager Luis Enrique has made him more solid, more decisive, more resistant, and more versatile. Despite suffering a serious ankle injury against Bayern Munich last November following a collision with Luis Diaz, Hakimi still enjoyed an excellent season overall. He came back in January to lead Morocco to the Africa Cup of Nations final, then was a key part in PSG retaining the Champions League. Simply put, there is no other right back or defender like him in the world. He can run forever and plays everywhere on the pitch because of his qualities, both technical and physical. Coach Luis Enrique has done well to use Hakimi as a unique attacking option. He was excellent from the Champions League playoffs to the final in Budapest, and again with his country at the World Cup, cementing his status as the best in his position.
If you guys enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It helps me immensely to prepare for the next quality content. Thank you always for your support.
Sure.